NFL players coming off injury with the most approved in training camp. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to SporTastic. Here are NFL players coming off injury with the most approved in training camp. Number 1, Saquon Barkley, running back, New York Giants. New York Giants running back Saquon Barkley suffered a torn right ACL just 2 games into the 2020 campaign. That's a tough injury to overcome, but it's especially problematic for a running back whose elusiveness is one of the biggest assets. Barkley needs to show he is back to pre-injury form for a couple of reasons. For one, he is a centerpiece of the offense and arguably the best weapon quarterback Daniel Jones has at his disposal. Secondly, Barkley, the number 2 pick in the 2018 draft, is eligible for a contract extension. The Giants have already picked up Barkley's 5th-year option, but the Penn State product could want to become the league's highest paid ball carrier. First though, Barkley must prove he is worth the financial commitment an extension will require. He wasn't particularly effective before the injury last year, totaling just 19 rushing yards and 1.8 yards per carry. He was also hampered by a right ankle injury in 2019, though he still topped 1,400 scrimmage yards in 13 games. Number 2, Odell Beckham Jr., wide receiver, Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns receiver Odell Beckham Jr. would have plenty to prove even if he weren't coming off a torn left ACL. The former Giants star hasn't been quite the same dynamic playmaker with Cleveland and has struggled to develop chemistry with quarterback Baker Mayfield. In 2019, Beckham had just 1,035 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns while delivering a passer rating of 69 when targeted. He had just 319 yards and 3 scores in 7 games last year before injury. With Beckham set to earn at least $15 million in each of the next 3 seasons, this was already going to be a make-or-break season for the future with the Browns. Beckham appears to be on the fast track in his recovery. Man, he looked amazing, fellow wideout Jarvis Landry told reporters. I can't wait for you guys to see him. I can't wait for him to get back out there. He is in fantastic shape and he's ready to go. Number 3, Joe Burrow, quarterback, Cincinnati Bengals. Quarterback Joe Burrow has flashed plenty of promise as a rookie last season before he tore his ACL and MCL in his left knee. The Bengals signal caller passed for 2,688 yards with 13 touchdowns and 5 picks in 10 games. Burrow will face 2 big challenges, proving he is healthy and that he is indeed the franchise quarterback the Bengals hope he can be. Carson Wentz never appeared to be the same quarterback after tearing his ACL in 2017, and he was jettisoned by the Philadelphia Eagles just 3 years later. Burrow was sacked 32 times last season, and hesitation in the pocket could be a problem. He'll get his first taste of contact in the preseason, and that could go a long way towards showing how Burrow will respond. He appears to be on track to open the regular season behind center. Burrow, I'm told, has pretty much cleared every hurdle throughout his recovery process. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler said June 19th on SportsCenter. Now the key coming into training camp will be planning and throwing from the pocket and real work. The careers of young quarterbacks such as David Carr and Tim Couch were drafted by poor protection and injuries. Number 4, Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback, San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers lost multiple key players to injury in 2020. But no one will face as much pressure as QB Jimmy Garoppolo in camp. While Nick Bosa left ACL and others aren't going anywhere, Garoppolo may be. The 49ers selected Trey Lance with the 3rd pick in the April draft, meaning he, not Garoppolo, is the quarterback of the future. Garoppolo will have to show in camp that he can still be the quarterback of the present though. I think Jimmy has had his best spring since we've had him, head coach Kyle Shanahan said, per ESPN's Rick Wagner. I thought Jimmy came in great shape, really locked in, a good place physically and mentally, and I thought he had as good of an OTAs as he's had. Garoppolo's test will be stay healthy and ahead of Lance on the depth chart. Number 5, Christian McCaffrey, running back, Carolina Panthers. Saquon Barkley was not the only premier running back to miss the majority of 2020 with an injury. Panthers star McCaffrey missed all but 3 games with the right ankle and right shoulder alignments. His injury-plagued campaign came a year after he topped 1,000 rushing and 1,000 receiving yards. The season led to a 4-year, $64.1 million extension. The Stanford product will now have to show he's worth the money by being healthy, staying healthy and performing as he did in 2019. McCaffrey will be expected to support new quarterback Sam Darnold. Carolina took a flyer on the 3rd pick in the 2018 draft, hoping he could succeed where he failed with the New York Jets. For Darnold to be better, he may have to lean on McCaffrey, who is on the mend for preparing to be the centerpiece. I'm going to be ready to go and play as much as possible. And that's all I know, McCaffrey said. Per Vinny Lyer of the Sporting News, we'll get an idea of just how ready McCaffrey is during training camp. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the next 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.